And we not even gonna get on how expensive these hygiene products be. Girl, I just paid $12 for some soap. Some soap! Niggas be having it so easy. They could just use a 10-in-1. They use the same soap for their face, for their ass. They wash their clothes with the same soap they use. Wash the dishes with the soap. Like, fuck! See, with women, we gotta get a soap for the body. A separate soap for the face. A separate soap for the coochie. Then we gotta get a body oil. Then a moisturizer for the face. Then a lotion for the body. Then deodorant. And we not even gonna get on when we on our cycle. Because that's a whole nother thing. You got wipes, tampons, pads, panty liners, diapers for the nighttime. I'm tired. And y'all lucky I don't walk around here being musty as fuck and actually care about how I smell. But baby, these prices is something else. And don't let everything run out at once. Girl, $100 minimum. And that don't even be covering everything you need for real. That just be for like the essentials. Girl, I'm tired.
Capitalism really did a number on women. They don't even need all that.
You are single in this economy, you are a bad bitch. You're paying your rent, you're paying your gas, you're paying for your food, and you're doing it all by yourself. You're a bad bitch.
As you should. It's your responsibility to pay your own bills.
A man paying basic household expenses that he would have to pay regardless if he had a wife or not does not make him a provider. A man paying the basic household bills in a home that his children may reside in does not make him a hero. It simply makes him an adult taking care of the basic adult responsibilities. In fact, with a woman in the house, a man's money tends to stretch farther because he's getting a free maid, cook, nanny, and sex worker upon obtaining a wife. Men give themselves far too much credit to excuse their behavior simply because they go to work. A lot of men will come home, contribute nothing to the running of the household or the raising of the children because they worked all day and they pay the bills that they would have to pay regardless. Women also tend to forget who the providers are in relationships because they don't give themselves credit for the love, the magic, the romance, the nurturing, and all the magic they provide to holidays and birthdays and special occasions. They give all the credit to a man simply because
The bills are a lot cheaper for us after divorce, after you're gone. This is the goofiest thing I've seen all day.
A man has to pay the bill. He has to pay the bill if he wants to take a woman out. If he wants to get to know a woman, if he wants to be close to a woman, he has to pay for them to do some type of activity for their first date, second date, third date, until she becomes so comfortable that she'll just be around the man for free. Okay? It's either that or he's gonna play her. So it's only two. Okay? And this is very important because as a woman, can you imagine what it's like? Standards are fine, everybody should have standards, but this man is dating until something sticks. I want you to understand that. So the same way one woman is asking for like a $200 dinner, a $300 dinner, $400, whatever, right? Even $150, okay? That man is still dating other people. And this is not to say it's right or wrong or whatever. I'm just saying, like, great day to be a woman, okay? Great day for these to not be like women problems. But imagine you spend all that money on a date, okay? And like some of these people, you don't even want to be in your life like permanently. You just want to experience fucking them. Quite literally. Now that's up for debate whether y'all think that is moral, not moral, but people do like to fuck people that they don't necessarily want to be with. Okay? That's a fact. So with that being said, just imagine like shoveling out that amount of money and then like the woman never talks to you again, or she's just cool on you. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that isn't her right, okay? Just saying, like, imagine right now somebody goes, oh, let's go to dinner, I pay $300, and then that motherfucker blocks me after, right? Or we just don't have any chemistry, or whatever the case may be. That's a hard life. And I'm here to definitely tell you that should make a little bit more sense why men do play women. First of all, most men don't even have enough money to be perpetually dating women until something sticks, okay? Which means they have one main or two main girls that they're trying out, investing their money in, and all the other girls, it's like they're just spinning the mouthpiece in order to get access to, okay? And it's like a chalkboard with a budget on it, all right? It's like priority list. I really like this woman. I kind of like this woman. I kind of whatever. I feel like this woman might like me back. Let me invest in her. You know what I'm saying? But either way, in no world would I like to be the person paying for the dates that may or may not work out. Love being the person that gets the dates paid for them, and then it's like I just no L if I move on.
It's like an application fee for an apartment. It's wild how she kept compounding wrong assumptions, being a bird and SH asterisk ting all over the place.
Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong. I'm not trying to make this video because I want to bash a man or anything of that nature. I want to make this video because I want a man to understand that you have to come politically correct when you're coming at a woman that has her things together. So many men are, I've had 3 different guys reach out to me today. Oh, you're not working today? Oh, what are you doing today? It's always what you doing, what you doing, what you doing. It's never, hey, can you plan an off day so that we can go and do this or have this planned? I'm literally getting ready. Let me start over. I took today off. I took today off to go to a hair appointment. And because I have midterms tomorrow. So I need to have some time to myself to study. And I want to go get my hair done later on so that, I'm feeling good about myself. I'm looking cute, I'm waist training. I'm over here just, I'm in my mode. You know what I mean? Like, it's my reset day, okay? And I've had 3 different men reach out to me today and ask me to pull up on them. Pull up on you. Pull up on you, but you haven't planned anything. You didn't say, hey, why don't you take a day off and let's plan something so that we can spend some time together, or let's plan a nice little date. I'm telling him, like, one guy, I'm telling him, I'm going to get my hair done. He like, oh, you busy today? Not, oh, how much?
Men, you need to protect your peace, your sanity, and most importantly, your pockets. These 304s are talking to different men. They don't care about how you feel. They just want to get into your wallets. Stay safe.
So I got dumped because I asked a man to pay for everything. He ran. He literally ran away after I said that. That one comment made him throw everything away. Do you guys think that I was in the wrong? I think if you really like someone, you're not going to dump them over one comment. And I really liked him, so I was begging for him back. I still was begging for him back. And he said that it already put a sour taste in his mouth and that he doesn't...
Strong and independent until the bills are due. Men are not women's bank accounts. If you want something, buy it yourself. Get a job. We are not running a charity business.
Can someone tell me how a single person is supposed to survive in the UK right now? Because the numbers just don't add up. Everyone keeps saying it's cheaper to be single, live on your own. That's not the case. If you're not a couple, you have to pay all of that on your own. So let's talk about rent. So you're talking 650 to 1,200, depending on where you live. These are averages, okay? Then you've also got to think about your council tax, another 180, 120, depending on where you are again. Then that's before you've got food, before you've got utilities, before you're paying your TV license, everything. You are paying 100% of all of that. Before you've even started living, you're looking at 1,200 to 1,600 per month. Again, these are averages, not necessarily accurate depending on the area that you live in. I think the thing that gets me is people just say, well, go and get a better job, go and get a higher paid job, go and learn a skill. Yeah, you can do all of that, but we shouldn't have to. At the end of the day, if you're working full time, if you're doing a 35-hour plus a week, you shouldn't need to go and get a second job. You shouldn't need to have a side hustle, but people are, and that's...
It's always the women complaining about single life being more expensive than being in a couple. It honestly says a lot about who actually benefits from relationships.
Single people can't catch a break. The true winners of this life are happy couples that live together. Because let me tell you why. They get to split everything. Depending on your dynamic, your man might be taking everything on, even better. But what do you mean I'm single and I have to pay every single bill? I have to pay rent. I have to pay council tax, groceries, internet. Oh my God, it's just never ending. The winner of the cost of living crisis is happy couples that live together. Shout out you guys, you won. You won.
Did they really win? I thought having a husband was oppressive and having a boyfriend was embarrassing. Hold up. Didn't you guys even choose the bear over us? How dare you be jealous of those poor, oppressed women?
But let's talk about the financial ramifications of being single for a second. I always talk about the emotional side of it, how it's like, I really do want a partner because I want somebody to co-regulate with. I want somebody to enjoy life with and to travel with, okay? But let's be really frank and honest. It is 2026. Prices have been going up, especially this year, but since 2020. I've been living by myself since 2020, and it has been so fucking hard this entire time. If my car breaks down, I have to figure it out. Now, I'm not saying that I'm destitute and starving, but I am a little uncomfortable. I am a little bit worried. Financial stress is something that normally happens to me whenever something big happens. If my cat has to go to the vet, if my car breaks down, if I have to miss a day of work because of me being sick. Luckily, I have PTO, but what happens when you run out of PTO? If I get a bill that I'm not expecting, if the electric goes up, literally, if I had a second person, these normal life circumstances would not.
What's with chronically single women's obsession with cats? Anyway, we men have figured out how you women see us, and we're no longer falling for it. You need a man to pay your bills, and solve your problems. You don't want him as a person.
Yeah, I'm in law school and stuff, and I work really hard, but when you see me, do not rely on that. I work hard because I have to, but trust and believe. When my husband finds me, do you need anything, Dada? Want to make you breakfast, Papa? I'm getting this life paid for one way or the other. I'm not working my whole life. I can't. I'm not working my entire life. A man. Dinner's ready, Dada. Like.
How are you going to make a man's life easier if you want him doing everything? Why would a single man who has his life in check want to ruin it by being with you just because you're a girl?
How do you get a man to pay your bills?
You say rent is due.
Like that.
I'm like, it all depends on where the man is at financially too. Like, I have dated like mostly very wealthy men. And so if you go to a very wealthy man, like for example, my last boyfriend, we were traveling and I think like, I was like, I can't travel all the time. I need to work and pay my bills. And he was like, how much are your bills? And that's it.
And then do you show him how thankful you are? What is it afterwards?
I'm
Let's say
there.
you show up.
I'm there.
That's you being thankful.
Yeah, and any wealthy man that I've dated, they've watched my content. I'm sure that they'll watch this. It never even occurs to them to be like, aren't you grateful?
So you don't become more submissive if they pay your bills. You continue being
I definitely become easier to get along with. Like, I'm not worried about working all the time. I'm not stressed out about how
which
I'm going to...
puts you in your feminine energy.
Yeah. I'm definitely like, oh, yeah, we can just, like, chill all day and go to Erewhon and, like, go see a movie and I'm on your schedule and da-da-da-da-da. Like, I have more availability. I have more free time. And I'm in a better mood. And, like, I think any wealthy man that I've known, that's part of the appeal of having money.
The men that pay are always spoken of in the past tense. That should tell you a lot about the kind of person you are. You found out you only wanted him for his wallet and left.
So I'm moving out of my flat today into a hostel for multiple reasons. The main one just being the cost and distance to work. Everyone talks about how expensive it is to live in Sydney, but I feel like what people don't talk about is like if you have a partner and live in Sydney, I feel like you'd be so much more comfortable, whereas me having to pay for everything on my own, cost of living just on my own, as opposed to like if I was sharing a room with someone, I feel like I'm being punished for being single. For example, if I was paying $350 a week for a room, a couple for that same room would probably pay about either $450 or $500. That's usually the range I see. If you split that in half, you're paying less than what I pay, and you have dual income. Whereas me, I'm like doing it all on my own. I'm not trying to be all woe is me, but after paying like so much in rent and so much in groceries and everything, I'm just like.
There's a pattern I've noticed with these women when they compare their lives. It's always with couples and never with female roommates because they know that in relationships, the man does all the heavy lifting while the woman gets to save her own money for whatever she wants. It's like a permanent honeymoon for yourself. Every divorced man I've met gets sad when he remembers how much he spent in past relationships.
Living alone is so expensive because my bills are like almost $3,000 a month. That includes absolutely everything. And I am not living above my means. I promise you that I am not. All of my bills are reasonable. And I'm just like, but everything nowadays is so expensive that it's just like, even treating yourself feels like a crime. And I'm so jealous of married people because I'm like, oh my gosh, you have help. Oh my gosh, stay-at-home moms can just stay home and their man can pay all the bills. Like, I want to be a kept woman so bad. I am so tired of paying bills. I'm so tired of stressing. I just want to be back where I was when I was like 23, 24, where I could save money. Everything was cheap. Now that I'm 27, I feel like it's so hard to save because, again, everything is so expensive. And it's hard out here for single people.
No, you're definitely living above your means. Get a cheaper apartment. Cut costs as much as you can.
Can we please just normalize smart, intelligent women wanting to be stay-at-home mothers and working part-time like 1 to 2 times a week? Because honestly, like, the thought of having to wake up every day for the rest of my life and go to work in order to live and eat and provide for my non-existent children right now is really nauseating. Really, really nauseating.
It's not men's fault that you have to work. It's not the government's fault either. Women have 2 hands and can do everything a man can do. Or have you forgotten that you're strong and independent? Anyway, that's all for today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, click the notification bell so you'll know when I drop a new video. Bye.